Sang judges, and hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dipshikha Nepal. I'm Miss Cosmo Nepal 2025. By profession, I'm an environmentalist and a climate change researcher. So when I was traveling to Madhya province a few months back, to explain and elaborate, Madhya is basically the Mekong Delta of Nepal. That is agricultural and rice hub of Nepal. So we were expected to receive 15 days early monsoon this year. So the governments were prepared for the rain, the farmers were prepared for heavy rainfall, and they were prepared for flood even. But what happened was completely opposite. We did not even have a drop of water for months, and the plantations were delayed, and many left with none water, not even to drink. So this shows clearly we are not prepared for a situation like this. We are not prepared for drought. And something really interesting happened to me back there, because I met an elderly farmer who sat beside a dried up pond and said to me, in my father's time, the ponds never dried and our crops never failed. Now that the ponds are gone, we wait for the rain that never comes. And there it was, the solution right there in front of us, the traditional water ponds. And that is when the project came to picture. We know that climate crisis affects water in two different extremes, floods and droughts. Floods are more visible and prominent, while droughts are slowly killing. And people tend to go for a solution like deep boring, which are not sustainable, and they tend to deplete the groundwater, like naturally, right? So this is the solution, Boon to Bloom. With this project, we aim to empower communities to build climate resilience and secure sustainable livelihoods through the restoration of natural water ponds. It is a very simple solution, to be honest, but with a little bit of environmental engineering is all it takes. So I'm going to explain to you very simple how it brings drought relief, but also flood control. So when we went to the tea resort Pern for our activity, all of us saw that there was a very heavy waterfall last night, right? So there was a lot of water was overflowing throughout the resort. But we have a water retention pond nearby. What happens is that the water finds its way to go back to the pond, and it stores there for one whole year, and the community can use it in the dry seasons. So that's how it controls both floods and drought at the same time. But there's also many other benefits like aquifer recharge, heat wave mitigation, biodiversity restoration, because we create an ecosystem there, aquatic ecosystem, and community livelihood and drought relief eventually. So yeah, but what makes this project truly special is the accountability, sustainability, and the ownership of the project. We plan to not leave this project forever, but hand it over to the women group that are locally working. And this is a pilot idea, to be very honest. So we have a community in mind, and that is like Musahar community in Dalit, which have like the Lit community in Madhya province. And I chose this community because, let me inform you, there's 90s family in that community. There's 3 tube wells, and only one of them is working. So there are children bathing, women, everything, farmer, everyone is relying on one tube well.
15 seconds
So I feel like if I get to pilot this project at that community, it will be a great benefit. It will hit mutual benefits overall. I have the overall framework here. I would like to conclude my presentation by saying that I'm just 24, and I have dedicated one-fourth of my life in this
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you so much.
Miss Cosmo Nepal.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I ran out of time.
It's okay.